Welcome back to Radio Entrepreneurs. I'm Jonathan Freedman, and our next guest up is an exciting company, Gardar Stefansson, co-founder of Good Good. Tell us, welcome to Radio Entrepreneurs first off, and now tell us a little bit about your company and what it is that you guys do.
Thank you, Jonathan. Love to be here. Yes, we are Good Good. We are a healthy spread company focusing on disrupting the spread space, jams, chocolate spreads, peanut butters, with offering all natural, low-calorie spreads that are with absolutely no added sugars that fit multiple diets, keto, low carb, those who want to eat less sugar, diabetics, and so forth. What's the secret about our product is that they're not only low calories and no added sugar, they actually taste good. Hence the name Good Good. So now you know.
So tell us a little bit about how do you have a background in food? Was this you're walking in the market and you can't find what to how did you come up with the concept and the idea and the launch?
As you probably can spot from my name and accent, I mean, I am from Iceland, so I have since I was a child, I've grown up around food. So my family had a farm in the south coast of Iceland that I was many summers. We have a lot of fish here. We have to be dependent on the nature in this country for quite some time. So picking berries and just part of our culture. But basically I was a foodie and I am a foodie. So I was studying in Denmark, cooking food on a student budget, so I had to make good food with almost no investment, which was a challenge. But yeah, that's when I got completely hooked in this business. And I've been a food entrepreneur since I graduated university. So I started salt companies, and then when I sold my shares there, I was quickly convinced to join this company that was a sweetener company when it started. And me and two other co-founders, Agnar and Johan, we decided to create or change that sweetener company into Good Good and focus on spreads, specifically jams. And that's just completely fascinated me. The same problem as I had with a student to make really good and healthy food for no money, to actually make healthy food with no sugar or ingredients that are not healthy. So
one of the challenges in the US market, and I suspect that Europe is perhaps and hopefully not as much oriented around processed food and added sugars and things of that nature. But the challenge is the average consumer doesn't know what that means. As I confessed to you before we came on the segment, I'm a dedicated label reader, which gets me into trouble with my wife. She can't shop with me. She's like, you read everything and you don't willing to buy anything. And but was that some of the drive in terms of saying, there's got to be a better way? More and more that's dominated by big business, the conglomerates. And really, at the end of the day, if you can't pronounce half of what they put into the product, and so is that some of the motivation to try and get into that space and to be able to offer alternatives to people such as myself who actually care about what they put in their bodies?
Yeah, 100%. And I just going to say, I mean, yes, diabetes is on the rise. In the US, has probably one of the highest rate of diabetes in the world. But it's also a huge problem in Europe, and we are catching up very fast. It is a global problem, and that's what we see from our customer base. I mean, we are selling our products to 31 countries worldwide, and which is great. It has a global appeal. And back to your question, yes, people haven't known what they put in their bodies, and haven't been able to understand the ingredients of processed foods. I think there has been a really huge awakening from people actually understanding the nutritional tables and being able to calculate the calories, the fats, and all of that stuff that is in the product, and making a conscious and educated decision for themselves. So leaning onto that, and we own part of our success from the label readers, because that's just a awakening force. We are tired of being told that products that say they're healthy are healthy, because it doesn't mean they are. And that's why we put so high emphasizes on selecting the right ingredients and actually making it taste good. And that's the hard part.
You mean your peanut butter and your spread shouldn't last 5 years? And that seems to be the orientation is, well, hey, it's got well, there's a reason it lasts that long is because there's probably not a lot that's natural in it.
Yeah, then we have probably a lot of preservatives that not specifically good for you, but 100%, and that's the part of it. I mean, it's like it's easy to make a sweet product that is unhealthy. It's also easy to make a healthy product that doesn't taste good and you don't want to consume again. So it's like there are challenges to be made in that sense, and I think and that's why it's so exciting to be in this space, to experiment and try it out and have actually people who care and are willing to try and help us grow this brand, because I mean, good diet, is a big part of longevity and being healthy, which people are seeing it's better to do it at the early stages and through diet than trying to fix it later in life. So
have you guys, maybe this is a loaded question, but, identified your niche and feel confident? I mean, product niche is one thing. Channel niches, or channel distribution channels are a whole other thing in terms of the business that you guys are in. I know that, again, whether it's Europe or North America, we're dominated largely by mass and large, and and the whole notion of shelf space, and is there shelf space available, and buying shelf space. How have you guys managed that process as a startup brand to be able to get exposure for your product? Are you in traditional grocery, or are you in more specialty retailers? What are the channels that you've selected?
Yeah, we are both in conventional and specialty retailers. We got our break through Amazon, and that's how we started. I mean, in the beginning of keto, we were the only keto jam out there, and some keto bloggers picked our products and chose it the best jam out there, and then we got a lot of people to try it out. So we grew from Amazon into retail, conventional and specialty store. And talking about who our consumer is of course, where are we in the journey? I mean, we started in Iceland, so we are quite a little bit developed market there, where we are market leaders basically in the spread space. With that being said, people who just want to consume less sugars, they want to buy our brand. But of course, the United States is it's gigantorous compared to where I come from. So you have to be smart. You have to know who your consumer is. And we've done extensive studies through our e-commerce consumers, and we have figured out that we appeal to men and women and at all ages, but mostly people who are concerned about sugar intake, weight management, and are following multiple diets. So that's where we are. That's basically our niche, to answer your question. And it's really important to focus on a particular group. And we are seeing weightlifters and others, who want to cut weight. They're using our products extensively, which I think is very interesting.
Fascinating. And you said 13 countries you're currently found in?
Yeah,
Or
31. 31.
31.
Almost.
Sorry,
Yeah.
My
Same
dyslexia
numbers,
kicking in. 30.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, you've got wonderful opportunities for growth. I know that Iceland, I guess the good news is that Iceland is maybe good news and bad news, depending if you're from there, is become such a hot place for people to visit. And I'm sure they get exposure to your product and, create demand when they go back to their home countries. I'm sure it's been a nice rise, and I wish you continued success with that rise. If people want to get in touch with you, learn more about your products, or talk to you about where they can find your products or anything about it, what's the best way for them to reach out to you?
I mean, I'm on LinkedIn, Gardar Stefansson. We also have a good website, goodbrand.com, with a store locator and all information and contact information. And I mean, we just love hearing from people. So we exist because of our customers. So we care about them. So
wonderful.
Feel free to contact us.
Thank you. Our guest on Radio Entrepreneurs has been Gardar Stefansson, co-founder and CEO of Good Good. making good, not only good tasting, but good for you spreads and product. So really wonderful having you on Entrepreneurs. Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much. Appreciate this, Jonathan.
And we'll be right back with another segment on Radio Entrepreneurs.